I call the North Topsail Beach Planning Board meeting of February 12th, 2026 to order. And ask that we have a motion to adopt the agenda unless anybody wants to make some changes.
I would like to adopt, or make a motion to change the agenda, to add in after item number 2, to swear in Sam Ferrari as a member of the planning board, and also under new business, to review the petition submitted to close a portion of Island Drive.
Second.
I'll second.
Do we have any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of amending the agenda or approving the agenda with the amended items, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we have approval of the minutes of December 11th. No, excuse me, we have to induct, swear in Sam. Step to the podium, I believe we'll do that there.
I, Sam Ferry,
I, Sam Ferrari,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent with therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
discharge the duties of my office
discharge the duties of my office
as a member of the Planning Board
as a member of the Planning Board
of the town of North Topsail Beach.
of the town of North Topsail Beach.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations, Sam. Come on up here
Sign
and
at least 2 copies for me, please.
come on up and take a seat after you do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll get a name tag made for you.
I don't think I want to him if he's getting indicted, you know.
Okay, next item on the agenda is public comment. Do we have anybody that's signed up or would like to speak? Okay, not seeing anybody. We'll move on to old business. Deb, the review of the Southeastern North Carolina Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan and proposed adoption resolution.
Did you adopt the minutes?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I'm sorry.
I'm right there with you.
Get a motion to adopt the minutes of December 11th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to adopt the minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, minutes are adopted. Now, item number 5. Deb,
Do you mind scrolling up for me to the staff report for old business? Okay. Did you do the same thing? Did you just do the agenda? Yeah, that's all right. He's got it. No. Yes, staff report, please. There we go. All right. This is the review of the Southeastern North Carolina Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan and proposed adoption resolution. At your last planning board meeting, you reviewed the draft of the mitigation action plans. Thank you. mitigation action plans that I had presented, the planning board's recommendation and the mitigation action strategies were presented to the Board of Aldermen at their meeting yesterday. The board voted unanimously to adopt those mitigation action strategies. And I'll be sending those strategies to the firm that we have, to the consultant that we have, to be updated and included in the Southeastern North Carolina Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. In attachment 1 is a draft of the resolution to adopt the Southeastern North Carolina Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. Staff's recommendation is that the planning board recommends that the Board of Aldermen adopt by resolution the Southeastern North Carolina Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan as attached.
Do we have any discussion?
I'll make a motion that the planning board recommend that the Board of Aldermen adopt by resolution the Southeastern North Carolina Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan as attached.
Get a second from anyone?
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion or clarification, questions for Deb? Hearing none, I call for a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. We are now down to new business, and the Board of Aldermen at their meeting yesterday received a petition to close a portion of Ocean Drive and directed the planning board to address the issue. So I am going to ask Deb to discuss the portion of Ocean Drive that's been under petition.
Yes. First of all, I don't believe that Attorney Corey Faith Lee is here, present. So, as Fred said, at their, it's February 25th. I have the wrong date on that, and I apologize. February 11th, the Board of Aldermen remanded the planning board the petition by John Walsh, owner of 2870 Island Drive and parcel 032133, to close a portion of Ocean Drive beginning at the western property line of 2870 Island Drive and ending at the eastern property line of 2874 Island Drive. So if you flip attachment 1 over and you see, you look at the diagram that was included in the attorney's petition, the yellow portion is the portion of Ocean Drive that is being requested to be abandoned. And Mr. Walsh owns 2870, and Dead President Properties and Investments LLC owns 2874. And Mr. Walsh also owns the parcel in green that's on the ocean side. Mr. Walsh first made an inquiry on or about June 14th of 2016, in which I had informed him to send a request to the Board of Aldermen in care of the town clerk. The town may wish to initiate procedures, however, since 2016, until present, the board has not initiated that abandonment. The Ocean Drive right-of-way was platted, recorded as Map Book 8, page 48, dedicated as public, and is included in the POW bill. Both owners access their property off of Island Drive and have pedestrian access through the right-of-way to the nearest public access. Upon the closing of a street in accordance with North Carolina General Statute, Section 168-299, subject to certain provisions, all right, title, and interest in the right-of-way shall be conclusively presumed to be vested in the owners of adjacent parcels. In this case, all the abandoned portion between Mr. Walsh's 2 lots would belong to Mr. Walsh and the Dead President Properties and Investments LLC. The abandonment serves no benefit to the town nor the public, but solely to Mr. Walsh and to the Dead President Properties and Investments LLC. Staff's recommendation is that the planning board recommends to the Board of Aldermen that the petition be denied, as the closure represents no benefit to the town nor to the public. Included as attachment 1 is the letter of petition, the petition to close a portion of Ocean Drive submitted by attorney Coralie Faith with the GIS screenshot as an attachment.
Deb, I have a question. They first made an inquiry back in 2016, but haven't done anything about that between then and now?
They made a request, but the board didn't,
The board did nothing.
correct. The board
Okay.
took no action on their request.
Okay. All right, and they didn't come back with anything after that?
They're coming back, their attorney has filed the petition filed a petition with the Board of Aldermen to abandon that portion of the right-of-way, and it was presented to the Board of Aldermen yesterday. The Board of Aldermen, the action that they took was to remand it to the planning board as they respect your opinion and your input, to be sent back to them, for you to take a
But-
look at it, send it back to them.
But since, up until yesterday, they didn't come back with anything?
Not to my knowledge. I might have some emails on there, but not a,
So we don't know why all of a sudden this is coming back up?
I just know that I've been responding to Mr. Walsh since 2016. I didn't go through and do a timeline of all my emails and correspondence and times that I've forwarded it to the attorneys and to the town clerk, or that they've submitted to the town clerk. I don't know, I didn't take the time to,
No, I was just curious, because I thought this was kind of out of the blue. 2016 to 2026.
I can't answer that, and the attorney's not here to answer that for her client.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
I had a couple of questions. The portion that's owned by the dead presidents, and that's a horrible name, but 2874, have they expressed any feelings pro or con to closing of the Ocean Drive section?
I think either in an email from Mr. Welsh or in the letter from the attorney,
Yeah, the letter from the attorney says that the owner has indicated a willingness to consent.
yeah, there you go. Thank you.
And my second question is, this is not the first time the town has been petitioned to close portions of segments in Ocean City and elsewhere in the town. What has been the result of these petitions in the past?
To the best of my knowledge, since I've been here, the Board of Aldermen have taken no action to reduce right-of-ways. I am not aware of any roadway abandonment or reduction that the town has taken in 19 and a half years.
Deb, if the town were to abandon this, then they become responsible for the care and the upkeep of that area, or how does?
They would be Mr. Walsh would be responsible for,
All of the yellow?
if by state statute, depending on how the board wanted to do it, if it was split, then if it was split with, dead presidents, then they would be responsible for all of the property that they own. Right now, the petition is for the abandonment of that right-of-way, but the presumption is that the interest in the right-of-way, belong to the adjacent property owner. So I would imagine that the portion that is sandwiched between Dead Presidents LLC, Investments LLC, and Mr. Walsh's, and that might be tricky too, they might get half of it.
Because usually
Mr.
people on
Walsh,
the
Mr.
beach-
Walsh on that oceanfront side owns that entire parcel, so he would get at least the bottom half of the right-of-way. Mr. Walsh would also receive the half of the top portion, and I would imagine that the Dead Presidents Investment LLC would receive the top northern half of the right-of-way. So it'd be split and kind of, that's how it'd be split.
Okay.
Like three, what is it, 3/4? If that's half, I'm doing fractions past 5 o'clock. Whole and half.
Doesn't matter what time.
Looks like a little more than
One.
three-quarters.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3/4, thank you.
That looks like it's a little more. Not about three-quarters. Yeah. Do we know if there are any utilities under this stretch that would be affected?
I'm not aware of any utilities, whether they are or whether they aren't.
and for our fire or police, is that something they can they get to the beach that way, or do they need that as right away?
I have not consulted the fire department in that regard. I was told by the fire chief today that right-of-ways are a matter of fire code, but I do not have any more input from him than that comment.
Yeah, but push the button.
Couple questions. So you asked, one of the questions was, are there any utilities under the right-of-way? But, so the property on their exhibit with the green square, that's forward of the coastal line, so they own to the water, is that?
They would,
North
they would own to the
tide.
approximate mean high water line.
Okay. And so they're saying they own all of that, and then the dead presidents don't own in front of, so they would landlock the dead presidents from,
No, the dead presidents still have access to Island Drive.
Yeah, their house is on Island Drive.
but they wouldn't have access to the ocean like the.
They have, both lots have access to a beach access within walking distance, which is shown just below the green box.
Yeah, across,
Okay, the one where the other houses,
yeah, across from
665 and 561, or they,
Yeah.
so that's the town line right there, Surf City, okay.
So, excuse me,
Let me clarify, I just heard you say that that's the town line with Surf City. The town line for Surf City is not indicated on that plat. Would you like for me to see what you're looking at?
Yeah, I think. We're looking at the back of their letter.
Right,
I was talking about this square,
right.
but Keith is saying he thinks this is the Surf City line?
No, that's not-
I would go to number 605 from 2,850.
Because that's a good question, Keith. I'm glad you picked up on
Because
it.
it's 202 over here.
Right, because 2870 and 2874 are address off of Island Drive. 665 is address off of Ocean
Gotcha, okay.
Drive.
Ah, good, okay.
And then, Deb, one last question regarding the state law. So, and again, I apologize because I'm new to North Carolina, but in Florida, public land, that'd be a value to that whoever's getting the property would pay to the jurisdiction. So where I came from, we had a lot of, this town was platted in the 20s, and we had a lot of roads like this, and people, we would let them have them, as long as there wasn't utilities in them, but they had to pay the fair market value of that piece of ground.
What we're dealing with tonight is a petition for the Board of Aldermen to abandon that portion of the right-of-way.
Okay, and that's
We're
what,
not- we're-
but it would give it to them for free, or do we know?
They are requesting,
Yeah.
you've got the attorney's letter in
Yeah,
front of you. They are requesting that the town abandon that.
okay. So I guess my question is, as a taxpayer of the town, there's a value to that, and, I mean, I would think we would need a better plat than their little drawing,
Yeah.
or survey showing exactly.
And Mr. Ferrari, that's that's part of the basis, or that contributes to the basis of staff's recommendation to recommend denial of petition, as it represents no benefit to the town nor to the public.
You know, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
And as Fred mentioned, this would certainly set a precedence.
Yeah, that's how it will.
so right now, excuse me, the portion of the property, his property on the south side of on the beach side, say, That is unbuildable? Is that for a house? Is it too narrow a strip to meet the setbacks and so forth?
Are you talking about 2870 that's outlined in red?
Well, 2870 is, but the part in the green.
I don't know whenever you say is, can you complete that sentence for me?
Well, the portion here,
There's some of this under the beach.
that's not buildable, is that correct, the way it is now?
The lot that's in green that is landward of the first line of, that is oceanward of the first line of stable natural vegetation is not buildable.
Okay, that's all beach.
That's all beach.
Did I hear the attorney say yesterday that what they're trying to do perhaps is put two houses on kind of where 2870 is, one that I guess is, closer to Island Drive and one that would also fit closer to where you're still allowed to build? Did I hear that?
And
I didn't hear that.
She said the same thing. I think the question you asked in 2016 now, the law, something was asked almost not right way yesterday, but she was talking about he's now decided to build and sit there dormant for those 10 years, not to build, but before it's just a lot there.
And until we would have an application and a plat with the first line marked with the setbacks, we would not be able to make a determination as to the size of house that could be built or whether the lot was buildable. And that's not something that we're going to discuss this evening. So we're trying to, they're all great questions, and I don't want to deter you from asking any questions, but the request is for the closure.
Okay, so the way I look at it, the town will be giving up some right-of-way that it owns and get nothing in return except a possible increased property value to 2870, because you can't really do anything with the half of the lot on the beach side. Is that
I imagine
correct?
that either in part or totally, that either in half or in a section, depending on how the two owners negotiated settlement of the portion that was abandoned, that they would be absolved into the two lots.
My concern, though, is that, a couple things. Number one, that there's no precedent set with the town of abandoning property, and I don't know if that's something we want to start. Second, to your point, Fred, with the utilities, that is a concern. But also to Mr. Ferrari's question or concern about the fact that that's prime real estate, that if the town were going to abandon it, then maybe we sell it if that was the case. But the issue before us right now is the petition to abandon it. And so I guess I'm coming down on the side of I would deny this petition, but that's just my thoughts.
Does the town have an option to sell that property?
I'm trying to think what year it was. Was it 2016 or something like that? When Fred Burns was mayor, the town had an inventory of vacant parcels, and they listed them at auction. The Board of Aldermen, as the governing body for the town of North Topsail Beach, I would presume has a right to sell anything, including land, that is titled to the town of North Topsail Beach, or to dispose land, vehicles, computers, radios, however they see fit. It's an asset to sell whatever or dispose of whatever assets that they have.
I want to say that the way that they're having just done, it seems like there's no real plan, you know? We might build on that, or, you know, I don't know, I think, why would we agree to this? There's no benefit to anybody except for him, and he looks like he's doing all right to me. I mean, it's just, that's a big hunk of property just to hand somebody, and, you know, it's, I think it sets bad precedent, because people will be, oh, well, you let him in, we just wanna, you know, it's a little lot right here, how come you said it's okay for him? So, we've always denied it, then we're covered, you know, but I think it sets bad precedent, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we could have little stubbed out streets like this, and neighbors could say, hey, let's get together and see if we get the town to close the road in front of us, and we get some extra property, and it doesn't cost us any money. You know, I think it's a bad precedent as well, plus, I'm not sure what utilities are under there, and, so I'm not necessarily in favor of it.
I'd like to make a motion that the planning board recommend to the Board of Aldermen that the petition be denied.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? Deb has got a question.
I have a request that in your motion, or that's the motion, so I don't want to screw that part up, but if I could recommend or request that you give a justification for your motion.
I will amend my motion
Thank you.
that the planning board recommend to the Board of Aldermen that the petition be denied, as the closure represents no benefit to the town nor the public.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion?
Do you wanna say in there, put in there about the set precedent, we want some precedent for future things, or just not?
That's up to the board.
Well, you have a motion and you have a second, so you already have a motion on the floor.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's call for a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So the
All right.
motion carries to deny the petition, and we will pass the recommendation on to the Board of Aldermen. Deb, will you do that? And
I'll do that. That'll be submitted for their March 4th meeting.
now, it's my understanding that they still have, the Board of Aldermen can still say thanks, but no thanks, we're gonna do whatever,
Yeah,
do it anyway.
Absolutely. It's always the governing body's prerogative to accept or reject or modify the planning board's recommendation, but I certainly appreciate you taking the time tonight to review the request, and I'll forward your recommendation to the Board of Aldermen.
Okay, not seeing any other new business on the agenda. We have our second public comment period. I don't
Has
see
anybody signed
anybody
up?
else
Has
here.
anybody signed up? Okay.
Nobody signed up.
Nope.
So now, we have discussion. Do we have any discussion items, Deb?
No, but I'm glad to be flanked by two new staff members that are doing stellar. Donna Sterrett as our town permit specialist, and your clerk, and clerk to the Board of Adjustment, and Brady.
Just Brady.
Just Brady. I should have said Brady Golden, but it's just Brady.
Okay. Does any of our board members have anything to discuss? Okay. Do we need a motion to adjourn then?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Meeting ends at 6:35.